Hello! Today I want to show you how easy it is to can mini sweet peppers, especially when your son cut them all up for you while you were at work. Thank you, son! So we've got all of our peppers, our water, our jars, our Pickle Crisp, our vinegar, our measuring spoons, our rings and lids, the debubbler, of course our funnel, and paper towels to get us going. And so, with no further ado, let's get right to work. First, we'll put our peppers in our jars. Okay. Got such a good deal on these, decided to can them all. Okay, apparently I didn't have enough jars, so I'm going to have to do the rest after I find some more jars. These are ready now for our Pickle Crisp, and that's going to be a half a teaspoon in each jar. And these are just little granules. I don't know if you can see that or not. And they dissolve during the process. And I could have put this in first, but I didn't, so it's going to go in last. And a lot of people like to add salt, but I have problems with salt. We'll call it because of my age. It gives me problems sometimes. So. And there's already so much salt in almost everything else. Okay. Now we'll fill the jars with water to a half inch or an inch of head space. And after I debubble, I may end up having to add more water. We'll find out after that. Okay, so now we're going to use our debubbler, because we don't want to leave any air bubbles in there. We want to be able to fill it all with liquid. Got the last jar going here. And getting some pretty good bubbles out too, so I'll have to add a little bit of water also, because most of them have gone down on the headspace. Whoops, I lost one. Okay. So I've got vinegar here. I'm gonna get all the rims clean. Even though we didn't put anything greasy in here, I always want to make sure we get a good seal. And it's always good to test your rims to make sure there's no cracks or chips or anything like that, so you get a good seal. And when you are pressure canning, that's finger tight only. You don't have to heat your rings and lids because it's going to get plenty of that in the pressure canner. Okay, you can see I've got my 3 quarts of water in the pressure canner. Get my jars, start placing them inside. And I put the vinegar in the water as well. One time I forgot to do that, and my jars got all cloudy. Okay, the jars are in, ready to go. Okay, you always want to check, make sure your gasket's in good shape, not dried out or cracked or anything. You always want to make sure everything's working properly and everything's loose. Your gauge is working. And you always want to look through your vent pipe, which I've already done. And then we'll turn it, and then we'll start working. I did forget to tell everybody I started this cold. This is a cold pack, so now we're turning on the heat to get everything going. It'll process. Well, first we have to bring it to a boil and have the vent pipe venting for at least 10 minutes, and then we will put our rocker on, our weight on, and then we will process. Once it comes up to 13 pounds of pressure, where I'm at, it has to be 13 pounds, then we have to process it for 35 minutes. So I'll come back then. All right, so we've been venting for 10 minutes now. I'll let you see the steam. So now it's time to put our weight on, and we'll need to bring it up to pressure, which for where I live, my altitude is 13 pounds of pressure. Wherever you live, you'll have to check the USDA guidelines and use the right pressure. Okay, we just got up to pressure. I'm gonna set the timer now for 35 minutes, and I'll come back then. Okay, we've just come to the end of the 35-minute processing time, so I'm going to turn off the heat and allow the pressure canner to come down to 0 pressure naturally, and then I will return then. Okay, we just got down to 0 pressure, so I went ahead and I took the weight off, and I just screwed the lid open. I haven't lifted it up yet. I'm gonna let it cool down for a lot longer yet, and I'll come back when I'm gonna take the jars out. Okay, we just got them pulled out of the pot. They need to sit for 12 hours. We'll come back in the morning and make sure they're all sealed. Then I'll clean them all up, take the rings off, and label them and date them. And I'll bring you back then. Good morning. So the 12 hours have passed. I went ahead and cleaned all the jars and removed all the rings. And look how pretty these came out. They look amazing. Didn't have any problems. There was a little bit of siphoning in a couple of the jars, but that's natural. It happens all the time. In fact, this one you can see got a little bit lower there. But now you see how easy it is to can mini sweet peppers. If you got any value out of this video, I hope you'll like and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.